Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse and Vessel Assess. I'm your host, John Arroyo. And boy, was the Raw after Crown Jewel crazy. We got some crazy matches lined up, storylines are building up, and just pure tension. So let's get right into it. So we kick these off with the Vision and Seth Rollins, celebrating what they did at Crown Jewel, pretty much beating the hell out of Roman. Seth winning the Crown Jewel Championship, and Seth pretty much says they're the top of the world, he can't be touched. He praises Breaker and Reed for bringing breakout stars to the next big dogs, but he adds something cold. He didn't need them. He just chose them because he felt like they was the great fit. Now we're gonna see that kind of maybe backfire later in the main event. We're gonna see how Seth's words came to haunt him. We can see the tension brewing, and over the night, we just see it build up from there. Then backstage, we have Penta getting ready for his Intercontinental match, but then Rusev shows up mad saying, I should have got a rematch because Dominic cheated. Penta says, well, I've been waiting for my rematch for a long time, so I'm going to take it. Rusev said, I already talked to Adam Pearce, so whoever wins, I'm next. So pretty much the IC title got a lot of contenders. We have Penta, we have Rusev. I think we still have AJ Styles in the mix, so the IC title storyline is getting juicy. Then we have the Intercontinental Title match with Dominic Mysterio and Penta. Both men went crazy. Both of them has super kicks, corner after corner, springboards. Penta hits a springboard head scissor into like a diving kick. But Dominic fights back, and he cheats, using a mini like hammer little tool after grabbing the title, and then the ref takes the title away, hitting Penta, and then hitting a 619 and the frog splash for the win. Classic dirty Dominic Mysterio. And now Rusev next week is supposed to get his Intercontinental Championship rematch with Penta and The Fear. We have to see how that all works and who would dethrone Dominic Mysterio. Then backstage, we had LA Knight get an interview saying that he's ready for the triple threat tonight and he's ready to beat anyone because it's his chance to win. Punk comes in saying, you're not going to pin me. LA Knight and him start talking trash. They just all look so mad. And Punk says, if you get my way, I'm going to punch your lights out. I want a feud with Punk and LA Knight. This is a teaser for a one-on-one feud, and I cannot wait if we get that later down the road. Then we had a telenovela segment, some K-drama stuff going on. So Kairi is crying to Asuka, saying she's sorry that she was the one who made them lost the match at Crown Jewel. Asuka's like, no worry, you're gonna face Rhea tonight to get payback. Kairi shows the bruise that she got during the match and tells Asuka, please, I don't want to fight. Like, I think it's just like this, we shouldn't fight. Let me talk to Io, we could fix things. Asuka says you still care about Io. She slaps the hell out of Kairi, back and forth, like full K-drama telenovela villain. Asuka's going full Joker era. I cannot wait. And Kairi looks like she's about to explode because after she got smacked, she was holding in tears, looking mad. I cannot wait to see how this all plays out. And this led into the match of Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane. So Kairi Sane let out all her steam in this match, pretty much hitting non-stop brutality to Rhea, but Rhea fought back even harder with power moves. Anytime Kairi did a springboard or a head scissor, Rhea whipped her like a rag doll, and at the end, Rhea hits a riptide. But then a giant brawl ends up happening, and Rhea and Io's left out on the announce table after Kairi and Asuka starts beating them up with kendo sticks and weapons. Most likely, this is our Women's Survivor Series War Games team. So we have Team Rhea Io versus Team Kabuki Warriors. I want to see who else is most likely in the mix. I think maybe we will get some people from SmackDown, but pretty much this looks like the beginning of War Games for the women's division. So I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Then we got Uso family tension. So Jimmy is human backstage because Roman walked out on them at Crown Jewel, but Jay says, well, we kind of interfered in his match and that's why he lost. So it makes sense he's mad. Jimmy says, what is wrong with you? You were supposed to be a team. And Jay says, well, let's take some advice from Roman. I think it's time for us to go solo again. And Jimmy does not look happy about that. So the Bloodline storyline still is brewing. which led into the match of Bronson Reed and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso tried his best, but Bronson Reed demolishes him, using his injured ribs, hitting a tsunami teardrop splash, crushing the hell out of Jimmy. Breaker comes in to do more dirty work. Jay comes in for the save. Jimmy's pretty much out for the rest of the episode. And then Jay have to go into the main event a little bruised and beaten because Breaker and Reed pretty much did some damage to him. Then we got the women's tag team match of Lyra Valkyria and Bayley versus Judgment Day Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez. It was a fun tag team match. Lyra looked great. Roxanne hit some slick roll-ups. Her and Raquel are really getting used to being a team. I like their moves. Using kind of like Roxanne as a weapon, and like I just like their moveset. Lyra and Bayley went flying. They was a pretty good tag team, but near the end, Lyra slaps Bayley because there was some like talking, like trying to hype her up. Bayley snaps, pulling full Jackal and Hyde, flies across the ring, beats Raquel, banging her head against the announce table, hitting Roxanne with an elbow drop and the rose plant for the win. Pretty much going full psycho and winning the match in under 5 minutes. Pretty good, and I kind of like this tag team of Lyra and Bayley, but I'm waiting because Bayley looked like she was going to attack Lyra, but Lyra moved out the way. So I'm waiting to see that one spot of Lyra accidentally pushing Bayley too far and Bayley knocks her the hell out. But I kind of like it. It's given that unlikely pair and duo, like kind of like a Team Hell No or like Rock and Sock connection. It's like, this shouldn't be working, but it actually does kind of work. Like the unlikely duo. And I kind of like how Lyra is the more serious one and Bayley's just the kooky one. Like, I kind of like it. I want to see how far this goes. Then we had the Women's World Champion, Stephanie Valkyrie, La Primera, come out, talking about her win at Crown Jewel. And she says she's ready for her next contender. And, you know, War Games is not too long from here, and Royal Rumble, so she's like, it's almost the end of the year. I'm waiting for a challenger to come up and step up to me. So Roxanne Perez was the one to step up. And she says, well, I beat EO last before WrestlePalooza. I should have been the one getting that opportunity instead of you. And Stephanie says, well, the better woman got it. And look, I'm champion. If you have a problem, stop crying and do something about it. And Roxanne Perez says, I will, but at my own time. And La Primera says, I'll be waiting for you. Guys, we're going to get Stephanie Valkyrie and Roxanne Perez soon. That's a good match. I never thought of that pairing because there's so many good women on the roster. I was like, oh, maybe Stephanie Valkyrie will go maybe one-on-one against Asuka or one-on-one against Becky. But Stephanie and Roxanne seems like a pretty good like first feud, like mini feud. That seems like a good way to set La Primera to build up her title reign. Then, backstage, Seth is smiling with Heyman, saying his plan is working, the vision is all set in stone, and this has been a dream come true, and he thanks all the men. And he says, without you guys, this wouldn't have been able to have Seth take over. Heyman smiles, Reed and Breaker nods. But they don't really respond, they don't really talk, they don't really say nothing. And the whole night, Breaker just kind of giving a look to Reed, like, so we knew, like, I knew that something was going to happen. And I'm going to talk about it after the main event, but it's crazy. Then we get the main event. CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso #1 contender match. Whoever wins face Seth Rollins. Soon. Absolute chaos. All three men just went at it. Jay and Knight went flying, brawling on the outside. CM Punk came in brawling, hitting everyone to punch shitty. Multiple men trying to go for the pin, break up the pin. A lot of spots of each man getting mad at each other because they wanted to win. But at the end, CM Punk was able to win. But then Seth and the Vision comes out, demolishes everyone, because Jay is walking away because he was the one who took the pin sad. Everyone gets demolished. And at the end, Seth is gloating. The Vision behind him. And then Breaker spears Seth. Yes. The Vision turns on Seth only after 2 months of forming. Heyman is confused. Reed is laughing. Breaker tells Reed, do it. Reed demolishes Seth. It was all a part of their plan. And they tell Heyman, are you with us or against us? And Heyman's like, you know what? I'm with you guys. So pretty much everyone turned on Seth. What does this mean? Because Survivor Series, I thought it was going to be Seth's group versus Punk's group, but now Seth is out of the group. So is Seth going to be teaming up with Punk? Like, this Survivor Series men's match is going to be really interesting because it's like, I thought the Vision and Seth was going to be like the heel team. And what did this mean for the rest of the year? Like, because we already had Punk, LA Knight, Jey Uso, maybe Jimmy Uso as well, going after the main title. Now we have Reed and Breaker going after Seth as well. So pretty much everyone's going after the world title. Anyone can backstab anyone at this point. Raw is crazy. What did this mean for the Vision? What did this mean for War Games? Because War Games is in like a couple of weeks too. So it's kind of like, what do we do with the men's match? Not just that, but how in the hell is Seth gonna come back from this? Like, I knew, like, everyone knew that they was gonna turn. It was gonna happen. But pulling the trigger this early, that must mean Triple H have something big in store. I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to see how all of this unfolds. Raw was really good. It builds up a lot of matches and a lot of feuds. Next week, we have Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio for his rematch. We get Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. They announced that. And I can't wait to see that because Maxine Dupree is having her feud with Becky and she's doing pretty good. So maybe Maxine Dupree will take the title. And if that's the case, what the hell is going on? I'm not mad, but like, damn, everyone is just like pulling the 360 on Raw. Everyone is putting 100% and you see it. Hopefully you guys liked the review, and I'll see you guys soon because NXT is on tonight, and I cannot wait because you guys know, like, Halloween Havoc is coming soon, so I can't wait to do that, and I'll see you guys next time.